do a colour app when you're ready. He's munching it. Boom, boom, boom. That'll be fine.
Just don't want to clap so hard that I spill wine
Yeah.
everywhere. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Jarcast, we drink wine now.
We are,
Because
upgraded.
because Alex is just doing the like, well, wine is like a thing that's like quite healthy now, and so we bought the wine today, and then I got a free glass of wine.
It's quite tasty, I'll give him that.
Yeah, it's from New Zealand.
You convinced me to get that one because it's from my homeland.
Yeah, well, that's what made sense. Like,
Yeah.
they're all the fucking same to me.
Yeah, man.
So you may as well just go with something that actually is relevant or whatever to you.
What you know. If you hear faint crunching noises in the background, that's Argy munching on a pig's ear, by the way.
Yep.
So, Ruben,
You should like cut one of his ears off and feed them to him.
I mean, the ears that I give him do look like his ears already, so maybe it is like cannibalism. I guess dogs would be cannibals. Like if a pack of dogs came across just a carcass of a dog,
Just eat the dog.
what would stop them?
It's just meat, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I saw a dog munching on a burnt seal carcass on a beach once. That was one of my fondest memories. Fucking vile, that was.
Yeah, I think you said about that before.
Yeah.
Sounds nice.
I have, yeah. So, everyone, what's on the agenda on this jar blab? Quite a relaxed jar blab. These ones tend to be, and it's just twos.
What would you say makes a song objectively bad? And that came from
PM me underscore
Your jar.
PM underscore me underscore your underscore jar underscore memes. PM me your jar memes.
Yeah.
On Reddit. So, Ruben, what makes a song objectively bad?
Well, I suppose there's some things you've got to consider in a song. Like if a song's lyrical content is shit, all right, you're like, and then if the music in it is also shit, then the song's pretty objectively bad at that point. You can say, oh, but it's catchy. Yeah, but like, it's pretty shit though. You could have it. And then if it's catchy, I don't know.
Music's one that I struggle with the most in terms of
Because I
this
always
kind of thing.
Well,
I can break down why a movie's objectively bad, why a show is objectively bad, even why a book's objectively bad, something like that, something written.
Mm-hmm.
But with music, it's such a unique art form. It's really hard in a lot of ways.
Yeah, because I was thinking just then, like,
Because a lot of it is
I don't like.
taste.
Yeah. There's a lot
But
of
then
shit
at
I
the same
hate.
time, there are songs that you can
It's like
point
what you got to
at.
think is what was the song's intention. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then,
But then I guess
That's
different
such an
books and
easy-
different films, different this, everyone has a different
yeah,
intention.
it's such an easy defense, though, isn't it? Like,
So I'd say
take Taylor
just think
Swift.
about it.
Yeah?
I don't like Taylor Swift at all. I don't like her music.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
I don't like her and her music.
But what's her intent to entertain her fans?
To
Which
make
she
money.
does.
Her intent is to make as much money as possible through entertaining fans.
Yeah, but then that's so broad that can apply to basically any artist. So I think there are some things. I guess it does come down to a personal kind of taste.
Well, because I think about what I have to think of music. I try and think about Anthony Fantano. I think how does he do it when he's saying this is shit?
Yeah.
Or this is bad. He explains why he says it's bad, but he always has in his description, this is just my opinion.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's got a good vocabulary in terms of how he can break down what works about a song.
Yeah.
For him.
Well, what I always think of though, when it comes to bad music, I always go to bad rap. I always go to bad rap music, and
That's an easy one to point at.
Because it's lyrics that are shit with not very good production.
Yeah.
And maybe the flow, maybe the lyrics are bad, and the flow is pretty bad on it as well. So
yeah,
that's kind of what I go to. Or if it's boring, if the production is boring, if the fucking music is boring.
Yeah.
Rap is that's one I don't struggle with when it comes to
It's one of the easier ones, isn't it?
Yeah.
Too.
But then when it comes to shallow pop music, it's it's just shallow pop music.
Exactly.
I like. All right, Fantano fucking loves Carly Rae Jepsen. Everyone knows that. I listened to that album because he said it was good, and I enjoyed parts of that album because I was like, well, yeah, it's just shallow white girl pop music, but it was catchy in the right way, and it was interesting enough.
Yeah.
The lyrics aren't fucking great, but it's more just how do they sound?
Yeah.
Ignoring the words. How do they sound? How do the vocals sound? And what was the music like? And if it was it was good, it was catchy, whatever. Sounded nice, sounded pleasant.
With music, to me, it does either break down to, I can accept if the actual music isn't the greatest as long as there's some kind of lyrical or voice talent going on.
Yeah.
Like think about Johnny Cash, for example.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really think about the music part of it as much as it's him, what he resembles, his kind of emotion that he pours into it. Because he's barely even singing.
Like, I don't know what back then though. At the time, being around when he was, only just coming around, it might have been different. But now it's, I suppose, what we always heard. I guess, heard him as like an old man.
Yeah.
I don't know what it would have been like though.
Exactly.
When he was just starting out, and people, that was the music they they weren't used to that music. It was like just coming around. It was just kind of new. Yeah.
But then there's like the other side of that where sometimes lyrical content isn't that important.
No,
but the music is quite textured.
You can talk about like, I guess, shallow trap music, trap rap music. If the production is really, interesting or just good, let's just call it good.
Yeah.
I can't bother to get too deep into it. But the lyrics do suck. You know, if the production is really that good and the way the song is put together is really that good, then you can excuse it usually.
Yeah.
I've seen people say, I think fucking Batman Boy has actually said before, he's like, I'd rather shallow trap music that's like, interesting to listen to than, what do they call it? There's like a certain genre of rap music that implies like they're intelligent or whatever. Like J. Cole comes under. I can't think what they fucking call it. It's like the equivalent calling like woke rap music, but it's not woke. They use another word. I can't think what it's called. They're all fucking
contemporary.
No, I don't remember. People will know what I mean though.
Yeah.
I just can't fucking think of the word right now. Like I don't particularly enjoy J. Cole.
Yeah.
That's going to annoy people immediately. I don't particularly enjoy J. Cole. I would rather listen to Young Thug, who is, I guess, what some people might see as shallow trap rap music, but it's just more interesting to me. Way more interesting. That's
the thing, though. Like, as long as you're putting some thought into it, at least.
Here we go. Pink Season. I like some of the songs in it because I like the production on it.
Yeah.
Obviously the lyrics are like, some of it's fucking just ridiculous. But everyone knows that. But because the production is good, okay. Because I can get past it because it's that good. The production is particularly good.
It's just like some things just come down to, I don't like how that sounds.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. Whereas like you can't sometimes put words to it by something you just don't like when it comes to music. And then
there's like music that's got like no lyrics in it at all.
Instrumental.
Just let's call it like
electronic soundtrack.
EDM and soundtrack.
Orchestral. Like, let's say, for example, I feel like it's a bit easier when you kind of narrow it down to something like soundtrack.
Yeah, I can.
Why is it generic?
I can instantly pull apart a soundtrack.
Why is it like? Let's take the battle music from Uncharted 4, right? Yeah. The one that sounds like it's from a Marvel movie, compared to like the fight theme from Final Fantasy 15, right?
I was gonna say like Final Fantasy 13.
One really pops. It's like full of amazing.
It's layered and textured.
Yeah.
There's so much because there's such a fucking wide array of instruments.
Yeah, and it like immediately kind of conveys an emotion that it's trying to, like the tension,
there's
the fast,
tension, urgency, and it fits.
Yeah. Whereas with the Uncharted 4 one, it's just kind of like, like really by the numbers, kind of expected. It's not written for the scene. It's kind of just there.
Yeah, it was made, and it's just generic music.
Yeah, which is weird because everything else is so like well done. And
I think about like think about The Last of Us, the music for like when I guess you are.
See, that's a good contrast because The Last of Us music is fucking amazing.
Yeah, because obviously they've got music that's all chilled, let's say, or slow. And then there is obviously music when it's tense.
Yeah,
and there is combat or some kind of.
It's because the guy they got to do the music for The Last of Us, Gustavo
Santaolalla or whatever. He's a fucking genius.
He's fantastic at it. Yeah. He really. I watched a documentary about it. He didn't quite score it as much as they just showed him a bunch of concept art and were like, "This is the mood." Encapsulate that in sound.
Yeah.
So that's what he did. And then they kind of built that into a game.
How'd you get that talented?
I know. I guess just some people could just do that, and it sounds like that. It fits perfectly with the mood and everything. But like when it's a song, when it's an album or whatever, like a Taylor Swift album, it's not specifically tailor made for something like a video game, for something like completely unintentional. Fuck. It's not tailor made for a movie or despite her doing a bunch of soundtracks.
It's just made to be like catchy or whatever.
Yeah.
Simple, catchy music.
Yeah, so I suppose...
I don't like it because I like music. I mean, like, I don't know. I just don't like it because it's so obviously shallow.
Yeah.
It's a fucking product. It's obviously a product. Yeah, that's basically it.
It's like
that's what we always talk about. That's why we're like about Marvel movies because they're like product. Okay.
With the intent thing though, you started with, like that kind of fits because when we're talking about a soundtrack for a movie or a game, we're talking about the intent of it, like conveying something to do with what's happening in the game or movie. But like when it is just an album that's just meant to be art on its own, that's entertainment purely just to be listened to, it's a bit more difficult because it's more vague in and of itself. So it is just a difficult thing to pin down. I don't know if there is such thing as objectively bad music.
Yeah, that's what some people say. But then, like, we say that about like movies, because I kind of think sometimes, well, if we can say it about a movie, then we can say it about a piece of music as well.
But then, like,
even if some people take away enjoyment from it, like there are movies we say is shit, but other people will take away enjoyment from it. Still,
but can you argue that like this shot is out of focus? What's the equivalent of that in music?
Your guitar is out of tune, and you didn't intend to do that, and it sounds shit.
So the intent then?
Because that's the problem. Like, how would you know what their intent was unless you confirm it? I guess you can just tell.
Because like The Last of Us one, it has a kind of loose feel to it.
Yeah, there's fucking there's some of the really, really awful albums Fantano has reviewed over the years, and some of them are like, this is straight up terrible. If you like, there's no way anyone can actually think this is good.
Yeah.
No way. I'm trying to. Is it Corey Feldman? Maybe.
Don't know.
I don't know.
Off the top of my head.
There was one he did recently where it really was a piece of shit.
Yeah. Like that's the kind of thing. If a guitar is out of tune, something like that, it's hard to argue.
That's not the right. I mean, it's just. Let's say like a rapper is not rapping on the beat, and it's not intentional. It's just because they're not very good.
Yeah.
There you go. That's subjectively bad.
Yeah.
Because they're not doing it. It's not got any like effect. Because obviously, there's sort of abstract. In terms of abstract art, maybe they'd be doing it in that kind of way. Like, I'm gonna rap not quite on the beat, a little bit loose because it's a reflection of the song or what I'm talking about. But if it's just shallow trap rap music, shallow trap rap beat, he's not rapping on the beat very well.
Yeah.
He's not very good at delivering. Not very good at any of it. Delivery, actually, there you go. That's one thing as well.
Delivery intent. I guess it does just come down to opinion at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You just got to find the people you somewhat kind of gel with in terms of how you feel about certain things like music.
What's he doing?
My dog's just weird, alright? He does this sometimes, like, he's finished his pig's ear and now he's a bit excited. So now he's squiggling around on the floor making pig noises.
Like got an itch.
He always does this, just every now and again. And he looks at you like, what? Want to challenge me? I'm a corgi, mate. You don't want to mess with me, mate. I guess that's the corgi.
Away from
I think we covered that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Not much else to say. Leave your opinion in the comments section below.
Trust not to savage them.
I'll get you out in a minute. Hang on. I was figuring that some people get annoyed about the meminess of the Jarcast sometimes.
Yeah.
Even though I think the balance is okay.
Hey.
I think he wants to go out. I suppose blabs are the place for actual discussion on one topic. Because it can be more condensed.
Yeah. I've been distracted by this fucking corgi.
I know, I'm trying to see what the fuck's wrong with him.
I don't know if he wants to be let out. No,
he would have stayed there for longer.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just being a weirdo. That sums up Argy in one word, weirdo.
Weirdo.
How can you... What would you say makes a corgi objectively bad?
If his name's Argyle.
Yep. We're on that one.
Yeah. Oh. What else? What else would I say makes a song objectively bad? If it's by Muse, or if it's by Panic at the Disco, or if it's by Blink-182, or if it's by...
If it's by anyone I don't like. Yeah.
I don't even dislike Muse. I just want to trigger some people.
What about 21 Pilots? You're a fan of them?
No.
Did you like their Suicide Squad song?
No. Argue!
Bye me! Right, let's end this one.
Hang on, one more band. Sum 41, they're also pretty shit. There you go.
So make sure you dislike his opinion. Leave your opinion on the question as well. See you on the next one.